So this is part 2 of our trip to France, and we stayed in this place called Cap Ferret. Another day, here we go, heading to Port Cap Ferret. So we found this nice place to stay, and then we went for a cycle. It was a rather strange place. It was quite a well-off, affluent place with lots of houses on the beach, and it felt more like America than being in France. But lovely beaches, lovely places to visit, and a really nice cycle. Another successful day into a place called Cap Ferret, I think. Very affluent, very posh, and very kind of seaside-y, surfing. So on the Monday we had a day where we just cycled, and we stayed in an air near, I think it's called Port Medoc, and we cycled along to Port Grave where we were going to get the ferry. This is the marina there, and then we cycled along to a place called Soulac-sur-Mer, which is 6 or 7 miles along the road, and we followed a little country. These paths, just fantastic. Sun was shining. So we stopped and got an ice cream here, and this was Karen being a bit daft. So on the Tuesday we got a ferry from Grave to Royan, which takes you over the Gironde estuary, Gironde I think it's called, the Gironde River or estuary, which is about 12k across and about 75 kilometres long. So it would have added about 100 miles onto your trip, whereas this wee short ferry was half an hour and took us across, and then we got off there. It was kind of Blackpool-esque, but we didn't stay there. We just drove through and headed over to dOleron, which is an island next to Ile de Ré. It is Tuesday and we are off on another cycle. Here we go. So we went for a cycle on Ile dOleron, which is right next to Ile de Ré, and it's quite famous for its oysters and mussels, and there's these big areas where they cultivate them. It was lovely. We went to the north of the island this day and cycled along these lovely paths. It was just beautiful. So we cycled to the north of the island, and there's this lighthouse and a wee bit touristy. This is called Phare de Chasseron, and we spent some time there and got some chocolate crepes as well. It's a Wednesday and it's about 12 o'clock and we're heading out for a cycle on the island of Île de dOleron, and the sun is beating down on us. It is gorgeous. This is not easy. We stumbled on this place. It's a kind of citadel or a fortress which was built in 1630, and it was, I think it took about 120 years to complete in about 5 different stages. I think it was bombed during the war, but it's a really interesting place to visit. The south end of the island had quite a bit of parkland which was really sandy, and we kind of got lost and it was difficult to cycle in. We are stuck in the forest. So it was a lovely day and it was really warm, and we got a bit lost, and then we came across this little place that had lots of catamarans, and it seems as if all the clubs are really well kitted out with the cats. We eventually found some place to get some food, and we passed this about an hour previous, and then we came back to it after cycling another few miles, and it was really nice. This was us back in the campsite and all ready to move to the Loire Valley, recommended to us by somebody on the site. So it's a lovely time on the island.